I've been visiting many interesting and exciting locations all over the world that make up the LEGO Group. Today, our all-access passport is going to take us, well, to the heart of Bohemia, Czechia, or the Czech Republic, where we will find out what life, play, and work is like behind the bricks. Hello, and welcome to an all-new episode of Live Behind the Bricks. I'm Jake Blaze. I'm the creative lead for Learning Through Play here at the LEGO Group. And I'm super excited to see so many of you online joining today's call. I know that some of you will be watching this as a replay, so a warm LEGO welcome wherever and whenever you're tuning in. Today, we are meeting actual LEGO colleagues from the Czech Republic, where we have an office in Prague and a factory in Kladno. And I'm going to be asking them loads of questions to find out what it is they do there and how they apply play to their everyday work. But not all of the questions are coming from me. You can ask questions too at any time. So please drop them into the Q&A function. That's that little box with a question mark. My amazing producers backstage will send them along. If we don't get to it, don't worry. We'll try to answer all of your questions that we miss after the session. So let's get started. Through the magic of modern podcasting technology, my amazing LEGO colleagues will now join the screen in 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. It worked.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Let's do a round of introductions. Let's start with Lydia here. I see you right below me here on the screen.
Perfect. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lydia Warren. I have the absolute pleasure of leading the planning and the shipping teams in our factory, which is based in Kladno. And as you can tell from my accent, I'm not from the Czech Republic. I'm from the UK.
Fantastic. How long have you been in Czech Republic?
Almost 3 years. Please don't test me on my Czech, guys. But
Okay.
about 3 years.
We'll try not. You want to hand it off?
Let's go to Peter next.
Thanks, Lydia. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Peter, and I have a pleasure to be in the lead of the department, which is called People Partnering. You can translate it into the HR for our Kladno factory in Czech Republic. Currently, I am on the assignment in the US. We are building a new factory in Richmond, Virginia. So I'm joining that call from Virginia. I've been with the company for more than 8 years, and it was the absolute pleasure all the time. I'm with the team and with the LEGO Group.
That's great to hear. Will you hand it off to the next colleague?
With Lucia.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Lucia. I originally come from Slovakia. I am an HR side lead and people partner to the general manager of the Czech and Slovak business unit and to other several regional leaders. And my main role lies in aligning people strategies with business objectives. And all together with my great colleagues in the LEGO Trading Office, we try to co-create a place where we all can feel energized every day. And nice. I would like to hand over to Vladimir.
Hi, everybody, or ahoy, as we say here in Czechia, it's pronounced correctly. I'm working in the same office as Lucia, and I'm heading a regional team of regional commercial departments. What we do is defining sales strategy across our region, which is called CEMEA, standing for Central Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Very large, super dynamic, exciting region. And I've been around the LEGO Group for 12 years already. Handing over to Jande.
Hello, I'm here, Jande Malme. I'm a global service lead in account payable in business service operational located in Unonice. So I'm saying ahoy from Unonice.
Ahoy. So
we say
I like that.
I'm a French. Yes.
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yes. So I'm French. I'm living in Czech Republic more than 10 years. I stopped to count it when I reached 10 years. So yeah, but those are one that you can test the Czech. I do speak a little bit.
Fantastic. And thank you for the correct pronunciation, Vladena, on Czechia. All right, Czechia. Yeah. Let's get started. Lucia, you mentioned trading. Can you tell us what does that mean actually at the Lego Group?
Of course, very happy to. And Lego Trading is one of the two entities based in Czech Republic. And as Vladena was already mentioning, it's the regional office of the CEMEA region, and it's an official seat of the Czech and Slovak business unit. And the office is responsible for promoting the Lego brand, managing relationships with local partners, and driving sales growth in the market. What is really interesting about our office, we in-house around 130 employees, which is 72 of them is we females, 56 is males. We have 13 different nationalities when Czech and Slovak are the most present. And we have been established a long time ago. You would be surprised, but it already goes back to 1996 when our first office was established in Prague too. However, in March 2020, we moved to our beautiful office located in Palmovka. That is a district in Prague.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. I'd love to actually just dive a little bit deeper on each of your roles. If you could tell me, so we kind of heard what part of the business that you're in, but could you tell us a little bit in terms of what that actually means? So one of the things we have some people partnering in here. What does that mean in terms of, we mentioned HR, but why is that different than HR as we know it?
Do you want to take it, Lucia?
Yes, sir. Better.
Yeah, no. You take it.
Yes, I can take it. Yes, I think what is really important to say that across the whole our organization, we refer to HR as to PPC. So, and it translates into people, places, and culture. And I think it's about attracting and retaining the talent. It's about the places. So we really have really great, wonderful offices in which we work in. And culture. Culture is something that we always talk about, and it's in our company and in the office as well. It's about actually playing, and we will be talking about that. And my function is, as I already said at the very beginning, really to align the people strategies with the business objectives and create really the great atmosphere so that people feel welcomed, energized when they work.
I would like to just add, we are really trying to put people in the center in everything what we do, because we understand that the biggest asset, well, someone would say, are our products and our bricks, but this wouldn't be possible without amazing people and colleagues which we have in our company. So we are very well aware about that one, which makes kind of job in people partnering or HR a little easier, because the entire factory, has that value deeply rooted in all what we do. So main focus on people, on our colleagues, and those are then helping to focus and to put the customers in the center of our commercial strategies and commercial plans. But it all starts with people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You mentioned culture, Lucia. I love to hear from the others. How do you define culture in your part of the organization? Janda, can we start with you?
Yeah. Thank you for heading it to me. Yeah, we are located in Indonesia. What I'm saying is that we are a business service operation, meaning a shared service center, where we mainly support the business with the finance. And then we have a part of that support also to PPC, the HR part, if I want to use the known wording. Career is a playground. Everyday commitment. We used to put it in life when we talk about the culture of the Lego Group. So being brave, being curious, and the curiosity is one of the things that we combine it with the creativity. In the same way, when we play with bricks, we are being curious in what we are doing, in taking it to the next level, in enabling, in improving. Whether we talk about the process, whether we talk about the way that we address things. But what I want to make sure I went through some of the shared service center before to come to the Lego Group. One of the culture that I find it is the openness, is the safe space to talk, is that everyone can talk. It's my first time when I joined a big company. The second day I joined the Lego group, I was able to talk to the CFO just in the corridor and have a chat. So that's us more between many lot of good culture things that we have over there. And living here for long, coming from France, I would say that the Lego culture and then the Czech culture together is a good fit for me, because we are working in a shared service center where we have most or less 34 nationality, but then the three main, let's say, minority that we have here are Slovak, where the language is not so very different from the Czech language, and the culture also is not so far away. So all that make that we have a very good, let's say, diversity and inclusion, if I want to put it in. And the diversity is really the wording that I would say due to the nationality and in the area that we have here. So, yeah.
Fantastic to hear you mention how flat the structure is. I think that's something that's very special in the Lego group. And also, you mentioned, yeah, forgive me, you talked about the flatness of the culture, and that you could approach even the CFO, the openness of the culture as well. And maybe Lydia, if you could pick up, how is that different from, for example, the UK?
Perfect. I'm just going to expand a little bit, if I can, first, around the ability to communicate and touch and talk to people, which that Dango talked about. So I sit in Kladno, which is where we have our main factory. It's amazing. Of course, I have the best job because I'm in the factory, right? We know this. Sorry, guys. But the reality is, because of the job, it means that I can go and talk to the guys who sit in central Prague in the trading office. And I often have meetings over there to talk around what's happening with our customers. How do we make sure that we're making sure we get the right stock to the right customers at the right time? At the same time, I can also go talk to the BSO to make sure we've got all our prices and our finance in place. It's a different part of Prague I go to, but it's fine. The other thing, which is super special about Czech Republic, is we have a distribution center out in Yerny. So again, super close. But it means that we can then see the end result of all the stock that we produce to make sure we are then delivering it to customers. That's what makes Czech Republic, I think, a little bit special. We have the distribution center, we have the BSO, we have the trading office and the factory all in one country, and you can visit them all in the same day if you're really keen. So the connectivity is really, really good. You mentioned, and your question, which you did ask me, sorry for the little bit I got in, was all around the culture in Czech Republic versus the UK. So when I was working in the Lego Group in the UK, I was working for the UK and Ireland business, and it was a really lovely family. It felt like a team of roughly 80 of us sitting in an office there. And I thought I had a dream job there until I came to Kladno and worked in the factory. And the amazing thing about Kladno is there's roughly about 5,000 people on site. It's huge. But actually, there is definitely a sense of belonging, a sense of you are working as one team. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, we are packing smiles into boxes every day that get delivered to kids. I mean, what's more amazing? But we do it as one team. So we are constantly working together. We often wear little T-shirts like this because we're proud of where we work, and we're proud of the fact that we can come together and produce something so amazing that so many children and adults love to play with.
I like that you mentioned packing smiles into boxes. That's a great way to put it. There's some questions are on here, and we get these a lot. Tell us a little bit about whether or not you are playing with the product, and how often are you playing with the product. Vladina, you have some product already behind you. I'm just curious, are you building anything lately, and what have you built?
Yeah, well, I do, but I do have small children at home. So my two kids are 4 and 6. So I do get to build a lot. But also at work, we do have like loose bricks in the meeting rooms, for example. And quite often we do some energizer in the middle or at the beginning of a meeting just to get the energy and the creativity flowing. And so, yeah, I do a lot of pre-building as well.
Can I build
Just
on that,
adding,
actually?
Yes,
Take.
please. Yeah.
And what Valena was saying is, like, you could really have a strategic meeting when you would have Lego bricks on the table, and you would ask actually the team members to think about the strategy while using the bricks, and we call it learning through play, and serious play as well. So I think it's really great when you can actually leverage from the Lego bricks in such, important meetings.
I like that.
absolutely.
So using
And I
the
just,
product as energizers, using the product to help us imagine what it is that we're going to be doing. Other ways that we're using the brick as a tool
And-
for playful working.
in Unionitse in Prague office, we have every Thursday, which is today, all day boxes building. So we have an area in front of the kitchen where we open 10 to 12 boxes where all employee can come and sit down, whether in a group, whether in an individual one, play with the bricks and then build it. So all those bricks end up in a meeting room, as we said, whether it's to decorate a meeting room, whether it's to decorate a space in the office, because we have an open space that we can use it as a decoration. So most of the week have their own thematic. So let's say this week we are building the Search Lunar. So everything related to and every Thursday. So every Thursday, so once a week, one day open for everyone to come and then play together. But beside that, also in each meeting room, we have boxes with some kind of diverse of bricks that help to reflect or help to play the game when discussing a topic, when describing if it is let's say a change management going through a one-on-one meeting to say, what is your nightmare? Can you put together what is your nightmare resemble like by putting bricks, and then from that take a discussion. So some kind of campfire. Also, we have a space called campfire where we have a lot of bricks mixed together, where when people, 2, 3, a group of people having a campfire can play with the brick and then link to the topic that they are discussing. So yeah.
Wow, so you're getting quite serious with using the bricks. That brings up a good question. I saw it on here in the chat. Do we need to be AFOLs in order to work at the Lego Group? What was your experience when you came in? Were you already a fan of the brick? Did you know how to build? Were you already indoctrinated? Tell us a little bit about that process. Peter, maybe you can start.
Okay, Vlajana, you want to go?
Yeah, I can talk to that, because when I joined the Lego group, that was 12 years ago, I actually never held Lego bricks in my hand before, because I grew up in the Czech Republic in my childhood. That was a socialist country, so there was no Lego sets to be bought. So that was the first time I actually had those bricks. But you do become very quickly an AFOL here. That I can guarantee. If you were not one before, on day one you will become it. Just at the moment you cross, I think, the opening door, you are at the reception, seeing the word made out of the bricks and see how passionate people are. You get infected. Yeah, there's no vaccination to it, and it's a great virus that you can catch, and it's for life.
Completely agree with that. So I grew up playing with Lego. I must admit I had to share it with my brothers and sisters, and there weren't the amazing sets back in my day. That makes me feel old. It was always whatever bricks I could find to build my little house versus their boat or whatever it was that they were doing. But for me, the iconicness of the Lego brand and the Lego toy was something that was my childhood. So to find myself working here felt like a little bit of a dream come true. And it is amazing because we are playing with the same bricks and making the same bricks across the ages. So
Yeah.
It's really bad. I've got bricks from when I was a kid, or it's not bad, that now my kids use in sets today, which is fantastic because they still stick. They've still got clutch power. That's what we call it. But it's brilliant because it lasts through the ages. So I think whether you are new to playing with Lego or whether you've played with it all the way through, you love it even more.
There's a great question in the chat, and I want to just expand out a little bit beyond our own experience here. Tell me a little bit about what other jobs might I find in the Czech Republic?
I can take it. Well, but first you can go and visit our Lego Career website, which shows you all the jobs. But well, Lego Group is pretty large in Czech Republic. I see some of those comments. Someone was nicely explaining it to. He was explaining it to in the chat. So it's morning in Richmond. I'm half sleeping still, although very energized. So no, there are a number of we call them entities. There is a big campus in Kladno, which is outskirt city in the Prague outskirts, where we have our packing manufacturing site production. Then we have a Lego retail model production. This is the entity which is building all those amazing models to all the Legoland parks, our certified stores, and also the models for different events. We have Prague office with our we call it markets and channels. So the whole Central European and Middle East, Africa regional headquarters is based in Prague. Then we have a entity which is called BSO, Business Service Operations. In the market, you can call it Shared Service Center, where the Jange is based. We have it also in Prague, also on the other side of the city. And last but not least, we have also our EMEA distribution center in Jerny. All in all, in total, there are like 4,000 amazing colleagues working in all those entities. Kladno campus is obviously the largest one. And with that saying, there are always number of open positions, available positions on the market. Although I should say, as an HR person, we are able to maintain turnover pretty low because our people like to stay with the Lego Group for long term. But still, with almost 4,000 colleagues, there are some positions available almost all the time. So go and check out our.
To grow, I guess, right?
Yeah, and this is true as well. Thanks for adding it. Organization is growing. We are lucky that we are having good commercial momentum. So this also goes hand in hand with the need for new positions also in Czech Republic.
How can I stand out as an applicant? So I want to work in the Czech Republic. What can I do maybe for each of your areas? You might just be able to tell me, what can I do to stand out as an applicant?
Let me jump in on that one first. So planning and shipping is the area that I look after. So obviously I'm looking for people who are analytical, who can look at a problem, not to take it on face value and look at all the avenues. A big thing, given that it's a factory, is collaboration. So actually, how do you engage with other people across different departments and make sure we come to the right solution? All that's quite textbook, right? The big thing is be authentic, be yourself. That's something that really stands out with everyone who works at the Lego Group. We talk around that culture, that individual feeling. It's because we have a team of really authentic, motivated, passionate people who love what they do. And if that can come across in the interview, I think you stand a really good chance.
So that passion, that authenticity. What else do we look for in prospective colleagues?
Yes, maybe I can build on that. And we've talked about actually the culture. We talked about the leadership playground. We talked about the behaviors. And I really believe in something like you can deliver what, but how do you do that, right? So what behaviors you apply in order to achieve what you need to achieve. So this is something that we really look into, because you can certainly learn skills, but how you do it is the most important thing.
Yeah. So learning and that desire to learn and improve. Yeah.
And I think. No, go on, Peter.
Yeah, I just wanted to say the ability, the passion to learn new things, because also we are evolving as a company. So that kind of learn new things attitude is now super important, because we are going through some transformational changes in almost all the areas. One of the example is our paper prepacks in our Kladno factory, changing the technology, how we pack our bricks. It sounds like a small thing, but it's a big thing for our manufacturing environment, plus a number of other, let's say, R&D projects. So that kind of constant willingness and ability to learn is starting to be one of the top skill which you need to have in your toolbox when you want to join the company. But I don't think that we are unique, though. I would say not. But this is here. But this is definitely something what we are now looking for when we are recruiting or hiring our new colleagues.
Exactly. I think my colleague here have said all, but I would just want to add one thing that in today's digital world, we are after automation. We are after mindset of thinking out of the box. So if you are creative, if you want to think out of the box when working, if you want to feel like your input, what you are providing in a daily, see the result happening, harvest it, see it happening, change what is happening, then please feel free to join us. And everyone, as we say, diversity in people, we have also a diversity on the way we address things. So everyone will find his part to play in the Lego group. Yeah, he will play a part of. Yeah.
So a lot of soft skills I'm hearing. But Anna, anything to add to that?
I think so. I'm working in the Lego trading office on the commercial side. So obviously I'm looking for people who have that commercial acumen. Yeah, that's one part. But I really want to confirm that, like, just looking at the soft side of the things, what's the fit into the Lego culture? What is the fit into my team? It's equally as important. So I have seen great commercial superstars, but I have doubts on how these people will fit into the team, into the culture that we did not go through. And I think like the attitude of the soft thing can be caught up with just upskilling. If you are curious, if you have the right attitude, you are going to learn many, many things. But in my experience, we had equal emphasis on the cultural fit and the personality as to the hard skills that people are bringing with them and experience.
We've talked a little bit now about how I can stand out as an applicant. Tell me, let's maybe talk a little bit about the day-to-day. What is it like to work in the locations that you're working in? And are you always working in those locations, or are you sometimes working in other locations? What kind of opportunities for remote work, for example, do we have there in Czech Republic?
I can take it. We have a model which we call best of both. We truly believe in certain flexibility, which in those times people should have. Also post-pandemic, we also learned during pandemic and post-pandemic what our people need. But in the same time, we really believe in people connecting together, people meeting physically on the meetings, having this social interaction while they are either in the office or just working physically together. So I would call it, we have a hybrid model where we have a certain days which people can work from wherever they want, obviously from their homes or locations they live in, and then there is a certain amount of days which we would like to see people being in the office, and we believe that
is it the same day every week, or?
I can go more specific. 3 days in the office, 2 days flex, and we believe that this is still sufficient flexibility to give to the people to manage their work-life balance when it comes to the time being spent at work, and at the same time this fulfills that kind of expectation or belief that people are also need to be together and work together and interact together to deliver great results and creating the great atmosphere and culture in the company.
Great, thank you. I'm curious to know a little bit about education. So if I'm thinking about working at the Lego Group, is there a particular education that I need? Should I have a university degree or a master's degree, or maybe you could each just tell a little bit about your educations and how you came into the Lego Group. Lydia, can we start with you?
Yeah, of course you can. So I did go to university. I studied chemistry with management. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Have I used that chemistry at all? No, but actually the skills and what I learned in terms of collaboration, time management, essay writing. So that there were some really good skills that I applied through work. If I look at the job now and what I do, what's super important is actually people are able to use technology. We're bringing in new systems into the planning and shipping teams, which is fantastic, which means we are moving away from kind of Excel-based working and more into systems which use AI to try and help us get to solutions and answers faster. So I think as long as it's not important whether you have that university degree, it's more a case of actually, can I use a computer? Am I literate? Can I look for patterns in data? It's all about data, right? Of course, I work in planning. I love spreadsheets. I can't move away from them.
That's a big data heavy part of work. Yeah.
Really data heavy, but actually it's looking for patterns within those numbers that are super important. What are the trends? It's also, it's not just numbers. It's all about understanding what's next. What does it mean? And actually then how can I connect with the other departments, with the other customers to turn that trend, what I'm seeing, into reality. So yeah, it's exciting. Don't hold off and try and get that master's. Maybe think about joining a little bit earlier. The other thing I would say about the factory is we're moving more to machines that rely on computers, etc. So we need a lot of mechanical and electrical engineers. So if anyone has that background, feel free to reach out as well, because those skills I think are going to be more and more needed in the future as well.
Yeah, so engineering is a big part of it. What about research and development? There was a question in here about whether or not there were research and development roles, and I'm not sure if that meant exactly the bricks themselves, but I assume there are other R&D opportunities in the different departments.
Completely. So within Cladno, we have an R&D site. Mm-hmm. Peter, you talk about that.
Yeah, we have in fact the global packing and packaging R&D is based in our Cladno factory. Packing, packaging, what that means, this team is developing new packing technologies and new lines, as well as new packaging materials. So pretty big thing for the LEGO group, and there are approximately 60 plus amazing colleagues, engineers in the R&D department and in Czech Republic. So people with this background, you are more than welcome to join our team. And this department is growing, as you can imagine.
I just wanted to ask something small from the business service operational. We look for a student to university. I myself, I studied law, and I end up heading the account payable. So
is there a student internship or some kind of
also
program? Yeah.
Yeah, we have a small student program that we develop when we go after some university, but very small one that we are keeping it growing, but small that allow the students that are now studying having some, because by law in Czech Republic it's 20 hours that the students can work. Then we are making use of this for those that are in need, of course, to be prepared for the employment market, some kind of. So we also have different kind of position, depend on the offer, depend on the need, and who are we looking for. So in the job set is always described, but everyone will find some kind of place.
So if I'm a student and I'm interested in this sort of internship program or student program, how do I find out about that? Where can I get more information about something like that?
Yeah,
we also go ahead, Jande.
Go on, Peter. Go on. You are
very. We also have those. No, we also have those roles posted on our LEGO career website. So there is always some little title. It's a student job. Very often those are part-time jobs which students need and appreciate, because they also need to focus on their studies. So you can even filter it. So when you are on that site, you can filter either part-time or student jobs, and this will filter you those relevant positions.
The only final thing I'd say on this, just thing. So I think it's really important that when you come in, don't expect your learning journey to end. We have what we call with individual development plans, where actually as an individual, you can help shape and drive your learning career, which is fascinating. Peter on the call originally was in procurement before he joined BPC, which, you know, it's a massive change, but the opportunity is there. If you are capable, if you are doing well in your role, and if you are wanting to learn, grow, and develop, the opportunities are there to do that within the company as well. Sorry, Lucia.
No problem, Lydia. That is all very relevant for the Lego trading at Polmovka office. I just wanted maybe to build a little bit on the opportunities that the audience can find at the Lego trading. So we have departments such as e-com, for instance, finance department, customer development, demand planning, legal counsel, analytics and insight, PPC as well. So if you were, Jake, asking about the education, of course, it depends on the role you are applying to. So if we are looking for somebody to work in legal counsel, you probably need to have that education. But there could be roles that the university degree is not required. I myself didn't study HR. I didn't study personal management. I studied actually linguistics back then, long time ago. And I'm now in an HR because I do have the passion for what I do. So yes, this is the answer to your question.
No, yeah. Fantastic to know.
And just a small one, Jake. Just a small one, because Peter's teams, like the PPC, are working also with high schools, where we in BSO are taking students from there. Let's say, call it stage, or they have an area that they have to write some kind of, I don't know, final exam about it. But they are not employed, but they can join us just to see inside what are we doing to help them to build on what the final exam for them to be, what they're writing about.
Is that a PhD? PhD
so
student?
That's also. No, we are more working with let's say not elementary or but a college students. Yeah, we did not have cases where someone is preparing a PhD that will be joining us yet, but if the area of his, let's say, specialization is covering what we are doing, I think our PPC or our HR will find a way of putting it in a dialogue, because it have to be a map so that we can see if we are able to support it or not. But I think this program is existing, not very large, but it's something that existing, that meaning that we are supporting also high school and university around us. Yeah.
Badena or Lucia, maybe you could pick up on this from the trading, because there were been a few different questions about functions. Is there a creative function in trading, or is it?
We don't have the creative functions. We do have marketing as well. So if you're creative enough, you can find the jobs in the marketing department. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we do have Czech and Slovak BU, where we have local marketing. However, we do have also global marketing functions sitting in Prague office. So
so that's in Prague. And Peter, you mentioned a model building. I guess that's another creative function.
It is, yeah. There are also designers in Lego retail model production. There are a few around those entities, those functions.
And are we designing sets there, or is it model for display?
Model for display sets. The team who is designing our boxes, they are mainly based in Denmark. But for all those models, the team is based in Czech Republic. They are also based in the other regions, but for the EMEA region, the team is based in Kladno, in Czech Republic.
And what about new technologies? For example, 3D printing and stuff. Do we see that in use in the Czech Republic, in Kladno, for example, or?
Yeah, most definitely. So the MPI teams, new product innovation, the production teams, we're actually looking at whether we can use 3D printed elements in our machines. So rather than try and get a metal piece, actually it can be cheaper and faster to repair a machine using a 3D piece. So that is very much in play at the moment. And actually it's fantastic just to see how that technology is being used in day-to-day operations. What was brand new and unknown, actually more and more people seem to know how we can potentially involve it into the way we work, which is really good.
Mm-hmm. Great answer. We've got about 5 minutes left. A question just came in. I just want to ask about teams. How are you sitting together? Are you all in the same building, or how does that work? Are you spreading out across different locations?
So let me talk about my team. So I look after planning and shipping, and actually that means I have 3 different teams, roughly 10 in each, that actually currently sit in 3 different rooms. We are collaborating and talking every single day. So it's great. I get my steps in. I walk around between the offices on a regular basis. There are daily meetings where actually we connect and we meet together, and we make sure that we have quarterly meetings where we all meet up, talk through what's happening within the whole business, and answer any practical questions, do some learning, and then away days as well. And then because we're on a factory, we're talking to the production teams or we're talking to finance, then we're obviously walking around and collaborating and communicating with them. We have quite a number of meetings that are actually on the shop floor. We call them go look sees, where actually we will put on our high-vis jackets, safety shoes, and we will go out and see what's happening, because actually that's the best way to learn and experience, is to get down there and see it. And that's where actually you find some really good tips on how to potentially improve.
That sounds like fun. Another interesting question came in about elementary schools and events that we might have for children. I'm wondering if any of you take advantage of the volunteering opportunities that we have in the LEGO group, and if you could tell us a little bit about what that looks like in your area.
Yes, I am one of those ambassadors for the local community engagement. When we joined, when the BSO was settled in Unonitse, we make sure we map all the elementary school around us, and team by team, we have a group of 10 or 12 people going to those elementary school, cleaning the playground for kids, removing grasses, making it clean, painting the playground if needed, bringing, because we have an opportunity also to request for boxes that LEGO Group or LEGO Production, Kladno, is offering to those elementary school to have a playground. So employee can request for the school where your child is going, or someone is going, or just because it's just nearby our office. So all those is happening, and all during the year we participate in different events. If event is happening, as we get in contact with those schools, sometimes they invite us if they organize. So last week I joined an event of Halloween, and then I was using my Lego t-shirt with my own let's say bricks or heads as a mask to join the Halloween in the elementary school. So yes, we are very well engaged.
Fantastic. I'd love to just take the last couple of minutes that we have and just do a round on what is either your favorite set or set that you've built most recently. Who wants to kick that off?
I can take it.
I can start.
Yes, please,
I am big on Lego Botanical, so these are like these flowers. There we have plenty of those. I think I have like 10 different ones at home. Just where I have a nice bouquet on a table. So and a very beautiful Christmassy decorations, which is the last one that I built just 2 weeks ago. Big fan on that. Lucia, you want to continue?
Yes, I can. Actually, in our house, we tend to build almost every week because I have a 10-year-old Lego builder. And the last time we built something was the Eiffel Tower.
Nice.
Lydia, would you like to continue?
Yeah, cool. So I'll go. So I'm actually super excited about the next set that I'm going to build, and I have to talk about it. So I bought the Christmas set. I buy it every single year. The Christmas set and the Christmas wreath, but I've told myself I cannot build them to the 1st of December. So they're sitting and they're looking at me every single day, and I feel like I've got a countdown to build them. So yeah, my biggest challenge is getting a set home for me to build without my kids building it first, because there's always a fight as to who.
That's the trick.
Yeah. Peter, over to you.
Peter, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also botanicals because I have 3 daughters. But my favorite is Lego Champion, those different models of the cars. I have also one son, so I'm well balanced between botanicals and speed champions.
Nice.
Yeah, my favorite Lego bricks are Lego Stars, but the last one that I built it or I contribute to build it is the Tour Eiffel that we built in a group in the office here last week. So I was contributing with the others to put it together because it's a huge one, and then it need a contribution of all of us to have it in place. So yeah, it was a
Fantastic.
good one.
Thank you all so much. Amazing questions. And I know that we didn't get to every question that was asked online, but our team will take a look at those questions and try to get back to you. That is all the time that we have today. And thank you for joining us. I noticed that some of you joined late, so you might have missed some of our live session. It's been recorded, so you can watch the replay. And our next stop on this whirlwind tour, if you want to join us next week, when we go live behind the bricks in the Lego group in the UK. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.
Bye.